Today I finished up installing the fuel system. Here's the fuel filter going up to the engine, and then these are the lines for the primer system also going up to the engine. From here down in the rear I have a faucet pump, an electric pump in line for pumping fuel. This is the primary fuel pump, and then it goes up here and into the fuel tank. Now this second line is coming from an auxiliary tank, and it's got some sleeving on it to prevent chafing, and it's fastened down to the tank. I've tire wrapped it here and down here, and it goes down here to an auxiliary fuel pump which has an inline 70 micron filter. Now this is the line coming out of my auxiliary tank. Standard AN fittings down, and then aluminum piece here. Clamp my hose on here. It travels down and through the filter and into the auxiliary pump, and then up the line. And let's see if you can follow up here, and then of course up into the tank. So that's how I put fuel in to the main tank from the auxiliary tank. Now the only thing left on this auxiliary tank, I'll move this back a little bit, is I will have to get some straps that will fit into these channels on both sides of the tank and strap that down so it doesn't move. I'll have to put some type of a piece on here, a bar or something, and be able to strap that tank down tight so it doesn't shift during flight. Now I've cut off the control stick, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but as you can see, it's down below the level of the tube there. So whatever I put in there, I'm going to be putting a wooden shelf to fill this area up. In fact, the tank and everything will set above a wooden shelf, and that'll allow me to put in this area here camping gear. So everything's pretty much right on the center of gravity. And I figure I'll have at least a 200-pound load back here, or even 250 pounds, and still be inside the limitations of the aircraft, which will allow me to put, well, the 13 gallons of fuel, that's 73 pounds, and then a shelf up above here, build a shelf that'll come up here, and then of course down here, and that will allow this area to be used for camping gear and whatnots for the long-range trip that I'm planning. That's pretty much everything. Got all of this is the bent side plate, which is used for fabric. The fabric will fasten to that. There will be one on the other side. I haven't installed it yet. We'll walk around here. All of the wiring is now complete on the aft end. I will still have to finish some wiring up on the panel yet. But another view of the auxiliary pump over there coming through. And it's fastened down. It's mounted right to this plate here. And just follows up through here. And then on up to the carburetors. You have the primer lines here and the primary fuel line here on both of the carburetors. There was no provision on the air filters to safety wire them, so what I did was put some safety wire up through, let me get this